It's practice here at Talladega, and we're following Gil Samaya, who currently has the fastest lap. Amy Hicks and Chris Harvey in the same tandem as well. The GOAT joining in, Matthew Burnett flashing by. Leroy Jenkins in the mix as well. Yeah, he has the 5th fastest lap actually now. And oh dear, it's Gerald Pepper. Gerald Pepper's going a little bit slow. Just a little bit slow. Oh, there he goes! Samaya runs into Pepper and takes him out. Samaya spins himself out. And for once, it seems as if a spin was not the GOAT's fault. Of course, cars are going to be steaming past these two, but oh, yeah, Samaya's broken something with the engine. He's going to have to go back to the garage and get that repaired. Colin Cropley must be rather worried here because he has the GOAT on his inside to contend with. I hope he's brought his brown pants. Coming into turn 1, we have a little bit of a plus shape. The cars here. And that's a go too tight. Cropley into the wall. Thomas collected. Wolf spinning around. And Cropley was right to be worried because, yep, that's the GOAT taking him out. Good stuff. Meanwhile, the GOAT is still trying to put in a good practice time here. He's 2.4 seconds off the fastest lap of the session so far. Montero Salanobi goes a little bit high there. He comes across Volos' car. He gets spun out. He takes Bracken with him. And, yeah, oof, hard onto the apron for the GOAT there. Spinning into the grass. Okay, oh no, Smith rams into him, collects Pepper. The GOAT comes back. Samaya smashes into his car. That's him spinning all over the show, and what looked like a rather simple spin has turned into an absolute shitfest for the GOAT there. Completely shipwrecked, and he's rage quitting right out of there immediately. But yeah, how about a little bit of apologies to Patrick Smith and Gil Samaya, who yeah, got absolutely taken out. I mean, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talladega. What the hell was that? Is what you really have to be asking yourself at this point. Ha! Gerald Pepper. Hello everyone and welcome to Talladega Motor Speedway for the Aaron's 499. Once again I have the house to myself so I can yell about as loudly as I damn well want to. So I tried putting a beanie over my microphone as an improvised pop filter. I don't think that really works very well. But just sitting at a rather normal distance from the microphone will probably do the trick. I thought I needed to yell into it in order to make myself loud enough, but obviously I can just fiddle with the volume dials in OBS, so hopefully everything turns out pretty well today. 47 laps around the longest racetrack on the NASCAR calendar. Restrictor plate rules apply, obviously, and I don't know about you, but I think this one is shaping up to be a cracker. So we got Patrick Smith on pole alongside Max Davis. We got Joey Trickle and Steve Morgan. We've got Antonin Shawbwall. We got Simon Özkan, Gil Samaya, Colin Cropley, Christian Brackett, Lyle Austin, Chris Harvey, Matthew Burnett, Jana Fogelman, Annie Thomas, Daniel Voiles, Leroy Jenkins, Eli Wolf, Riley Spurley, Reagan Whitlock, Matero Sal, Arya Taiki, Bobbin Flobo, Eric Monaco, Agata Sato, Sabrina Footlego, Harry Langestein, Ashley Schadewald, Mo Zane, Reggie Fogelman, Rocky Johnson, Amy Hicks, Mathis Wells, Lucas Evans, Joe Allen, Dylan Abrahamian, Brittany White, The Goat, Estacio PK, and rounding out the field, as always, Adalberto Franco and Gerald Pepper. I did some fun stuff with the track.ini for this race. I've got to be completely honest with you. For one, the pace car speed is up to 120 miles an hour. Yep. Watch them go. Now that's gonna be a big problem, especially when basically the maximum pit road speed you can set is 70. You can make it higher, but the crew chief is only programmed to report pit road speeds up to 70 miles an hour, and I guess that seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think that having a pit road speed over 70 miles an hour would cause a lot of problems, given the amount of time and space you need to stop to get into your pit stall. But yeah, I kind of shortened the drafting, bunching, and pacing distances, as you do when you want to create huge wrecks at the restricted plate tracks, assuming that you still have the restricted plates on. Because if you take them off, obviously anything goes, really. Of course, it seems that no matter what you do at the tracks, the computer's always better than you. You know, you have to like figure out your own setup, or you're just bottoming out for the faults, but the computer knows exactly what to do all the time, which is fine. So the pace car is off, and the green flag is out. We are underway here. Max Davis beats Patrick Smith to the line. And we're already seeing some three-wide action there. Steve Morgan and Gil Samaya in the top lane here on this very beat-up Talladega racetrack. There's a repaving movement that's going to be taking place after this race, of course. And, of course, there'll be plenty of time between that and the next race at Talladega, which I don't think is until fall, right? I completely forget. Not that it matters too much. Best case scenario, this whole series will end up being wrapped up by summer. Of course, I'll be very busy, especially the four-wide action here. Look at that. Whitlock, Thomas, and Özkan for a moment. Then Samaya, Voiles, Monaco, and Özkan. Watch them go through the tri-oval. Not crossing below that yellow line here. Again, four wide. Schadewald, Voiles, Samaya, and Morgan. Schadewald, of course, your Daytona 500 winner. She's expected to put in a very good performance today. But just a moment ago, Patrick Smith was leading this race, and now he's fallen. Where's he gone? Where's Patrick Smith? He's all the way down at the back of the field. Not really. He's over here, stuck on the outside. Joey Trickle leads the race temporarily, but I believe that Matthew Burnett's going to be able to beat him to the line to take the extra 5 points. Because, of course, he has that well-coveted inside line here. Now Leroy Jenkins has that now. Matthew Burnett making the mistake of covering up the top side, as usual. Always a mistake. And, yep, Jenkins is going to get that extra 5 points. Very good stuff. Leroy Jenkins leads your race for now. Again, lots of dodges up in the field. Look at Gerald Pepper falling behind everyone else. Adalberto Franco as well. Must be so tough to beat those guys. Ooh, helicopter view. That was pretty epic. Reagan Whitlock stepping out. Again, 4 Dodge cars. Oh dear! Max Davis goes around into the inside wall. Caution is out. That's the outside wall, but ooh, yeah, massive crash. Down the backstretch and entering turn 3 there. Max Davis, the whole catalyst of that. Where's he gone? There he is. Oh, Franco getting spun out as well. Oh no. Rocky Johnson out. Adalberto Franco spinning with Gerald Pepper entering that turn there. What is... Yeah, that's not gone well at all. So we're under caution on lap 3. Let's take a look here. You should have expected that going 4 wide like this would have probably have generated some pretty bad results. So coming through the turn here, down the backstretch, approaching turn 3. Yeah, I don't know, but Max Davis and Eli Wolf are already making contact. And yeah, as they're entering the turn, Davis gets into Wolf there. Let's see. Thomas gets spun around. Cropley gets collected. Wells is being spun out. White gets into the action. Lego spins. Spurley gets caught up. Patrick Smith, Charlebois, and Lucas Evans appear to suffer some damage. We'll see he'll be good to continue this race, but yeah. So Pepper and Franco are using the apron to try to get past. The danger seems to be clear, but Pepper spins Franco out. Amy Hicks gets collected, and then Rocky Johnson pile drives into Franco's car. Again, trying to use that apron to survive. We'll go ahead and have another look at the incident up front. Let's see. Perhaps we'll get a good view here from Colin Cropley. But just about the unluckiest driver in the field right now. So again, just watch Wolf and Davis right in front of you. There they go. Nowhere for Cropley to go. Nothing he can do. There goes White. He manages to get by and avoid the massive bits of carnage that follow. We'll have a nice view of Pepper getting into Franco, taking him out, sending him to the cleaners. Nasty. See if we can find ourselves another perspective on what, yeah, is pretty much looking like the big one for this race. There's Bohemian. Alright. We'll take a look at Charlebois. Charlebois gives us a view of Patrick Smith, who started on pole, right? You see that at this point, Max Davis and Eli Wolf have some space between them. Then Davis gets into Wolf, bunching up, again trying to get ready for turn 3. There they go, nothing but skidding and smoke for Charlebois there. Look at that, he just barely managed to avoid Annie Thomas's car, which was backwards in turn 3 there. Look at that. So difficult to see, but yeah. Charlebois, one of the luckiest people caught up in that incident there. Suffering no damage whatsoever. Very good stuff. Absolutely fantastic. We'll take a look one more time. Let's have a look-see from Eli Wolf's perspective, I suppose. There he goes. Davis and Wolf, the cars involved that started the incident, getting off relatively scot-free. Not too much damage. Can't say the same about Rocky Johnson. Oh, she wasn't on the apron yet, but that doesn't matter. Now she is, and she's out of the race. Franco most likely will be out as well. One person who managed to get by without suffering any damage was the GOAT, which must come as quite a surprise. The GOAT has DNF'd 3 times in a row in 7 races. So, we'll definitely be looking to finish this one. Who is your race leader right now? Everybody getting bunched up to the pace car passing through Mo Zane's car. That must have been extremely awkward there. Okay, so we're going to restart on lap 7. And how many cars are left in this contest? 33. Only 33 cars left. So, your cars out of this race: Rocky Johnson, Sabrina Futlego, Adalberto Franco, Mathis Wells, Eli Wolf, Lucas Evans, and Colin Cropley. Yeah. Nobody left on pit road now. Brittany White, Annie Thomas, Max Davis, your cars involved in the crash. Struggling to catch up to the field right now because, yeah, 120 miles an hour pace speed. I'm really just trolling everybody at this point. Amy Hicks, Gerald Pepper trying to catch up as well. Patrick Smith and Riley Spurley. Not sure what's going wrong with Riley Spurley's car there. He's just slowing down to catch up to the field, but he definitely needs to put a little more gas into it. He wants to catch up to them in time. So, When we restart, Leroy Jenkins will be leading your race. Reagan Whitlock in second. Asher Shadowball third. Mo Zane fourth. Reggie Fogelman fifth. Gil Samaya sixth. Eric Monica seventh. Matthew Burnett eighth. Bob and Flobo ninth. And Joey Trickle 10th. Looking ready to go any moment now. Pace car's in. Green flag is out. You already see the field attempting to settle into two pacing lines, racing lines, whatever, drafting lines, whatever they're called. 3 wide already with Zane, Reggie Fogelman, and Shadowball. Shadowball falling behind though, suffering from outside line syndrome. Not very good there. Leroy Jenkins attempting to establish a comfortable lead for himself. Still got a lot of work to do, still a lot of distance left in this race. Haven't traveled too far without there being a caution. White, Hicks, Pepper, and Thomas stuck in a pack of their own. Davis, Spurley falling behind the field. And still some 3 wide action here. Reggie Fogelman is on the inside line right now, following closely behind Leroy Jenkins, as closely as can be. Everything about my grammar so far has been incorrect, but NASCAR fans don't have good grammar. What can I say? NASCAR drivers don't have good grammar. Here comes Reggie Fogelman once more to the inside, looking for that race lead. And those extra 5 points, no doubt. Jenkins filing in front. Good stuff from the Penske driver. Perhaps best known for diving into the turns there. The inside line shifts. There goes Daniel Voiles to the inside. Joey Trickle gets nudged out of the way on the outside. Chris Harvey and Christian Bracken appearing to come out of nowhere. What has happened to Reagan Whitlock? That really is the question. Whitlock was up front just a moment ago. Now she's stuck over here. She's about to be passed by the GOAT. You know, things are bad when you're about to get passed by the GOAT. That's what they say. Reggie Fogelman stuck on the outside line now. Now it looks like Daniel Voiles is challenging for the race lead. Here's that inside line. He's been able to shove Jenkins to the outside. Harry Langestein follows close behind, then Steve Morgan, Shadowball, and Samaya. So Shadowball able to find her way to the front of the field, and on that inside line here, Voiles to the outside though. Gonna make it 3 wide entering the tri-oval. Exiting now. Who's going to make it to the line first? I think it was Steve Morgan. Steve Morgan leads lap 9. And lap 10 now. Again, 3 wide here. 3 different lines forming. Voiles, Jenkins, Jana Fogelman, and Harvey on that outside. Don't look like they're going very far. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Caution is out. Oh wow. I got to be honest with you. I'm reacting as blindly as you are right now. Matthew Burnett getting absolutely shit-mixed by Eric Monaco and Nastasio PK there. Well, PK just an unfortunate victim of that drama right there. So, what goes wrong? Okay. It was the GOAT, wasn't it? It was the GOAT! The GOAT causes a caution on lap 10. Going in too deep. He sends Monaco up the front of the track, takes Bracken out. Monaco spins across PK's way. Jana Fogelman slams into the inside wall there. Burnett and Harvey following suit. Burnett had a really hard lick on the outside wall there. Let's go on board with him real fast and see just what goes wrong. But yeah, the GOAT moving too far up the track. Exiting turn 2. Matthew Burnett's car almost flipping over. I think that he did not suffer too much damage relatively, but yeah, look at him getting into Chris Harvey. Jana Fogelman spinning up the inside into Chris Harvey and then into Matthew Burnett. Again, Fogelman with a really hard lick into that wall. That was almost comical. And look at him. Look at them spin. It's as if they're on ice in the infield's grass there. When does it? Yeah, so Monaco gets up into Jenkins and Fogelman. Jenkins able to survive. Fogelman not nearly as lucky. Hard lick again. Spinning gracefully back onto the track. Christian Brackett manages to avoid her. S.p.A not so lucky with Eric Monaco's car, so I think you have more cars out of this race. More cars who will end up suffering too much damage to continue. Any smoking engines out there? No, doesn't seem like it so far, but yeah. Christian Bracken, Jana Fogelman, Chris Harvey, Matthew Burnett, Eric Monaco, and S.p.A suffering the most from that crash. Christian Bracken heads into the pits. Fogelman and Harvey staying out. Who else will follow? So, Bracken has retired from the race. Seems as though Matthew Burnett, Chris Harvey, and Jana Fogelman will be okay to continue, as will Eric Monaco. S.p.A is also retired. So, I bet the GOAT's feeling really good about himself. What can I say, guys? I just went in a little too tight. Seems like you're going to have most of the field entering the pits. The GOAT second guessing himself. He's going to stay out. Tire wear's very low here. Again, another race where you do have to make at least one stop for fuel at some point. Near the end of the race, most likely. But I think these cars coming in this early will probably be able to load up the car and have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race as Joey Trickle nudges Steve Morgan on the rear end, trying to get into his pit stall here. So the GOAT's going to get that extra 5 points. Gerald Pepper will be promoted to second. Imagine that. Remember, Gerald Pepper finished second at Daytona. Ebrahimian gets out in front of Morgan and Shotoval. Then Zane, Fogelman, Trickle, Samaya, Langestein, Austin Whitlock, Flobo, Voiles, Allen, Sato, Thomas, Tyke, Hicks, Smith, Spurley, Davis, Jenkins, Sallin, Chalbois, Harvey, Brittany White. So Matthew Burnett and Jana Fogelman in the pits. Suspended like that for some reason. That's a little bit creepy. I don't think there's any better way to put that. They're finally out of the pits now. So again, Jana Fogelman, Matthew Burnett, Chris Harvey. They're still in the race. Okay. Simon Özkan just takes Chalbois out. Monaco's retired. What the hell was this about? I think Özkan was attempting to signal his displeasure with Antonin Chalbois. Not sure what the RCR driver could have done to merit such anger and derision from the computer. But yeah, the GOAT and Gerald Pepper, who started at the back of the field, are going to be leading the race when we restart. Of course, it's going to be quite a difficult task for either of these men to hold on to the lead once everything gets back underway. Drink some water. So yeah, when we restart, your top 10 will be the GOAT, Pepper, Ebrahimian, Morgan, Shotoval, Zane, Fogelman, Reggie Fogelman, that is, Harry Langestein, Gil Samaya, and Lyle Austin. Voiles, Whitlock, Flobo, Trickle, Allen, Sato, Thomas, Tyke, Davis, Özkan, Smith, Sallin, Spurley, Jenkins, Hicks, Harvey, Chalbois, Brittany White, Burnett, and Jana Fogelman making up the rest of the field. Rather unceremoniously, we go back to green here at Talladega. Only, 18 cars up in this front pack here. The rest of them trying to make their way back to the field. So only 27 cars left in this contest. The GOAT managing to make up a pretty good gap between himself, but everybody with drafting support is going to be diving right back at him in no time at all. So yeah, 30 cars left in this race, more specifically. So yeah, both Dodge Evernham cars have retired. Very unfortunate for them. They are the top two in the championship, and Eli Wolf has third, yes, and he's also out of this race. So that's not going to do him wonders at all. Here they come. Here comes Steve Morgan. Steve Morgan once again presented with a golden opportunity to get his revenge on the GOAT, but I don't know, I guess Morgan's showing a little bit of southern hospitality and chivalry here by not doing so much of that. The GOAT not reciprocating here. He is going to hold on to that inside line for life. He knows that that's where he needs to be. Morgan almost having an opportunity to dive to the inside, deny the GOAT that opportunity, force him back up top. The GOAT bobbing and weaving, bobbing and weaving. Into turn 3 here again. The GOAT just can't get enough grip to hold that inside line through the turn there. Steve Morgan again looking very close to getting past him, or even turning his car. Once again entering the tri-oval. GOAT not giving up that position. No doubt you think that Morgan's faster with his drafting support right now. The GOAT is going to lead yet another lap here at Talladega. Morgan moves to the outside. The GOAT comes to block off Daniel Voiles, who has the inside line now. Here comes Samai and Ebrahimian. Is that outside line finally going to work? Now the GOAT's unable to block off Voiles here. Voiles is going to take the lead now. Hasn't quite done so yet. 3 wide. Voiles to GOAT and Samaya. I think there was a little bit of contact with Voiles and Samaya there. Not the GOAT. I think Erickson hit us. It's a real Murrayism, I tell you. The GOAT falling behind now. And Voiles is going to be a new race leader. 4 wide almost with Samaya, Whitlock, Sato, and Langestein. For drivers like Langestein and Sato, they're running up front for the first time in ages here. Oh no! Thomas goes spinning around. The GOAT into the inside. Board. Oh no! Oh, what a hard lick for Thomas there, making Elliott Sadler's flip look like a walk through the park. Caution's out. Oh no! Ouch! 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 That was painful. The GOAT has blown his 2 right side tires, but more importantly, what a disaster. What was that? Okay. We're on board with Dylan Ebrahimian, who's right behind the GOAT, entering turn 1 here. Yeah, the GOAT comes down into him. He nudges Allen, as usual. And Thomas, extremely unlucky there, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Morgan and Trickle get collected. And Thomas just goes thumping around there. That must be absolutely terrifying. And equally as terrifying for Reggie Fogelman, who ends up on his roof as well. And that car is absolutely destroyed. Let's have a look at Reggie Fogelman's perspective of that crash there. Again, just seems as if there's nothing he can do. Everything develops so quickly there. He manages to get past Thomas's rolling car. You see the GOAT spinning on the inside, trying to maintain control, but Austin comes back up from the apron straight into Mo Zane's path. Both those cars get into Fogelman's car there, slam the outside wall. Fogelman nearly into the catch fence there, almost coming to land on top of Zane's car. Both those cars totaled. Yeah, let's ride on board here with Reggie Fogelman. See if that gives us a decent view. No doubt it will. And of course, we're definitely going to need to look at Annie Thomas's onboard camera there. In fact, I'll do you one better and show her the cockpit view. How you like that? Again, just nothing she could do. extremely unfortunate there. What happened to Shadowald? Ah, so when the GOAT saves it, but he gets into Ebrahimian again, taking him out. Allen spinning around. I think none of those cars suffering too much damage, but yeah. Just more in this spat of bad luck there. The GOAT, yeah, Ebrahimian and the GOAT. I don't think those two get along very well either. Yeah. Jeez. So, under caution once again. Oh, that's right. We're racing back to the caution because that's still a thing here. So Voiles isn't even going to be a race leader. Not if Bob and Flobo or Agata Sato have something to say about it. Flobo beats Sato to the line. And he's going to be your race leader when we restart, right? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, again, the GOAT, his right tires are flat. I don't even think he can pit this time. His pit road closed, right? Lyle Austin enters the pits. Reggie Fogelman and Mo Zane being towed back. Annie Thomas as well. Will Lyle Austin be good to continue this race? Nope, he retires. And yep, the GOAT has to drive around with two right tires that are deflated. As you can see there, the car leaning to the right side. He's struggling to, yeah, get it around that turn there. He's going to be absolutely praying for those right side tires. Probably going to change all four, obviously, but yeah. Oof. So, I believe that leaves us with only 25 cars left in this race. Ah, Joey Trickle out as well. Okay, so yeah. Out during that crash, out because of that crash, Trickle, Thomas, Reggie Fogelman, Mo Zane, and Lyle Austin. It's so quiet over here. The GOAT and Jana Fogelman will be restarting on the inside line. Your running order, top 10. Flobo, Sato, Samaya, Voiles, Langestein, Whitlock, Taiki, Davis, Sallin, and Shadowald. Charbois, Harvey, Jenkins, White, Ebrahimian, Ozkan, Pepper, Spurley, Smith, Morgan, Allen, Hicks, and Burnett. The cars on the lead lap. Again, the GOAT and Jana Fogelman will be one lap down. Pace car is in. You can see again the computers are feeling a little bit antsy to get started here. Ready to dive immediately into 2 or 3 drafting lines once again. Green flag is out. It's only lap 22 now at Talladega. Motor Speedway or just Speedway? I don't know. Talladega or just Dega. You know how it is. I think the GOAT's going to be able to get past Bob and Flobo, so he'll be praying for a caution. I believe that will allow the GOAT to get past and get himself back onto the lead lap. Pretty sure that's correct. Of course, it'd be nice if Flobo and Samaya would pit again, but somehow I don't think that's likely. So I'm probably just screwed, stuck where I am, all this stuff. You're just hoping that I don't cause yet another crash. Pretty sure I'm responsible for all 15 cars out of the race in some way, right? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I am. Right? Yep. Oh no, not that first crash. I wasn't responsible for that first crash. Max Davis still in this race from the oh damn it! The GOAT does it again! Voiles and Whitlock go spinning around, and once again we are under caution. Oh man. Oh no. 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. Langestein, Voiles, and Samaya. The GOAT makes contact with Samaya, runs up the track into Voiles, takes Whitlock with him. Shot of all escaping, so not too heavy a collision there. Ultimately, Max Davis in the pits. But yeah, once again, under caution. Samaya able to make it to the line first, ahead of Flobo. Then Sato and Taiki. And yeah, the GOAT's not going to be able to unlap himself. How sad. Instead, he's going to make the big brain move of pitting right now as we're going back to green. So, spoiler alert, I don't make it back to the line in time. Okay. Amy Hicks and Gerald Pepper retired. What's that about? Oh, okay. Yes, I remember now. Bunching up to get behind the pace car. Pepper runs right into Hicks and Burnett. What a bunch of numpties. So they're out of this race now. But Whitlock's still in it. As is Burnett and Davis. So that leaves us with 22 cars left in the contest. Jana Fogelman still occupying that inside line for the restart. When we go back to green, Samaya, Flobo, Sato, Taiki, Langestein, Salem, Shadowvault, Harvey, Uskan, and Shaw will be your top 10. Ebrahimian, Jenkins, Allen, Morgan, Spurley, Smith, White, Whitlock, Burnett, and Davis. Ran out your top 20. Davis is going to be stuck in no man's land, so he'll just have to enjoy a nice Sunday drive as Samaya challenges for the race win. 20 laps to go. We've already been here for half an hour. 3 cautions. 4 cautions. Yeah, I can math. 4 cautions, 18 cars out of the race. I think this is shaping up to be another bore fest these last 20 laps here, especially now that the GOAT is not involved. Things look a little bit interesting at the back. Again, people attempting to form different drafting lines here. Let's have a look at your lap times. They don't really mean anything. Yeah, they mean absolutely nothing. Whatever. Good, just enjoying a nice Sunday drive. He's ahead of Max Davis, but Max Davis is on the lead lap, and the GOAT is not. Basically, the only way for the GOAT to make up positions now is to get past Jana Fogelman, who appears to be doing a very good job of holding up the bottom 10 of the top 20. Good stuff. These 3 cars up in the top 3. Samaya, Flobo, and Sato, they appear to be enjoying themselves. How about we do the roasts? Gil Samaya. You're a Frank Cuperis driver, and we've already established that Frank Cuperis is enemy number 1, public enemy number 1. Again, Frank, that's just a joke. Didn't mean to be too hard on you at Bristol. Hopefully that much is obvious. But yeah, perhaps I'm just digging myself further into a hole, but who knows. Bob and Flobo, you don't comment on the races. Come on, buddy. You watch the races? Look at you, you're in 2nd place right now. You could win this race. Talladega. Not many people can say they've won at Talladega. Agata Sato, another Cuperis driver. He's usually at the back of the field, but today he's in 3rd. Really good stuff. Part circumstance, part luck, maybe just skill, who knows. Harry Langestein, another guy who usually suffers at the back of the field. Again, he's, what's the name of the guy? What would be the guy? Was it Kazi? The guy who signed up for Langestein, Evans, and Pepper. And again, as I explained in the previous video, Gerald Pepper is another person in the server that I mentioned, who's a joke. So yeah, as a joke, I give him the worst car, basically. So Santos made his way into second place here. Langenstein almost having a look for third. Ashley Shaunavold, your Daytona 500 winner, once again finds herself at the top of the pack. I guess super speedways are where the Chip Ganassi cars shine. Otherwise, they haven't really stood out. Of course, Amy Hicks crashed out of Daytona, and she crashed out of Talladega. No, Hicks, yeah, rather spectacularly crashing out of Daytona, and she crashed out of Talladega as well. Whitlock involved in a few incidents, but she's still in the top 10, right? That's what it looks like. Montero Salin getting past Shaunavold. Salin is also supposed to be sort of a joke, just like Joe Allen, the guy who signed up for him, and Rocky Johnson. I told Joe that the two Richard Petty cars, the 43 and the 45, would be good. I think Rocky Johnson did well at Rockingham, but besides that, I don't know. Now that I mention it, Rocky Johnson doing well at Rockingham was merely a coincidence. Antonin Schalbois. Joey Trickle was supposed to have your car. Think about that. Hee hee. But Schalbois been doing well this season, I think. He's up in 7th. Good stuff. Samet Özkan runs 8th. He definitely has put on a very good performance so far. Araujo Taiki in 9th. Much of the same. Patrick Smith in 10th. Been, contender for the lead in quite a few races. Has he won yet? I don't know, but he's run into some bad luck, no doubt. Reagan Whitlock, again, not too noticeable, but again, the Chip Ganassi cars are meant to be good at super speedways. She doesn't have a drafting partner, neither does Dylan Ebrahimian. And Dylan Ebrahimian, who was nearly taken out by the GOAT twice in one lap, survives and holds 12th. Bit of bunching up in the field here. Shaunavold making her way up into 5th spot, is it? Yes, indeed. 5th, Özkan 6th, Taiki 7th, Salin 8th, and Schalbois 9th. So these people will be jostling for position. Meanwhile, for the race lead, Flobo gets back into 2nd here. Sato in 3rd, and Langenstein 4th. So it seems as if Langenstein briefly held 2nd place here, but Gil Samaya continues to lead the race. So we'll go back to the field once again. Chris Harvey. We talk on Discord, but yeah, you took me out in Texas. I repaid the favor. I think that's everything settled. Leroy Jenkins, not being quite as aggressive as we expect, but you know how it is. Riley Spurley, he's Riley Spurley again. Needs to actually watch the videos. Jana Fogelman, another driver who tends to be rather unlucky. Tends to crash a lot, or just be at the back of the field. I don't know. What can you say about this guy? Joe Allen, once again. Come on, Joe. Hey, Joe, what you doing? Holding me up, as usual. Steve Morgan. Yeah. I think we're pretty much enemies now. In a sense. Of course, he's a computer, so I don't think he really is programmed to, get revenge on me by taking me out, but I suppose it could happen at some point. Matthew Burnett, he's pretty average. Brittany White has been far below average, unfortunately. The DEI cars are just so unlucky, right? So unlucky. I mean, Voiles is out, Thomas is out in spectacular fashion. Daniel Voiles, your cars just cannot like perform. Max Davis holding up the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place cars here. Langenstein back into 2nd now. Flobo's being held up. Sato has the opportunity to get past him for 3rd. Yeah, okay, Max Davis. Again, I'm sorry I completely forgot about you and put some weirdo Scotsman in your car instead. Some Scotsman that I drew up in about an hour, like most of my OCs. Yeah. Lots of cars in this race with Still stupid looking rear ends right now. But yeah, Flobo's looks like he's falling behind in 4th spot. Sato up to 3rd. Langenstein now in 2nd. He's going to be the one challenging S.p.A for the race win here. Can we just break the rule for once and skip to the end of the race? Suppose we could. But we could also roast everybody else who's not left in the action. Amy Hicks. Whatever. Gerald Pepper. We talked about Gerald Pepper. Daniel Voiles. We talked about Daniel Voiles. Joey Trickle, another car who, Joey Trickle was meant to be in the 30, but also Steve Morgan was meant to be in the 29, and I forgot about all of them. Oops. Yeah. Again, suffering with having OCs driving your car. And not necessarily good ones either, because I made them. Again, if anybody can ever find my OCs, then he can make fun of me for the rest of his life. I'm mine. Well, actually, Flobo's managed to catch up to Agata Sato, so the fight for 3rd place is still on, but there's not really been a fight for the lead so far. Gil Samaya. Did he start in the front row? He did, didn't he? Alongside Patrick Smith. Wait, did we mention Patrick Smith? Yeah, we did. Okay. Annie Thomas, yeah. Reggie Fogelman. Reggie Fogelman's also been rather unlucky in the 48 car. You know, one of those cars that you expect to be good. Mo Zane, unlucky. Lyle Austin, a bit so. Eric Monaco and Christian Bracken. Again, the 2 Evernham Dodge cars have been performing very well so far this season, but unfortunately they got crashed out thanks to the GOAT's antics. So, just more people on the list of drivers that hate the GOAT because he's legitimately wronged them in ways. Matthew Burnett and Brittany White about to get lapped here by Gil Samaya. They could potentially hold him up and give Langenstein the opportunity to wrestle away the race lead here. Samaya stuck on the outside. Langenstein moves to the inside. Almost. He has it inside. He has 2 cars in front of him. Samaya has some clear air. Flobo managed to get past Sato. All 3 of those cars catching up. Well, 2 of them. Whatever. Estacio Piquet, he's been doing well. Colin Cropley, he's last in the standings, I think. He is super unlucky. Perhaps the unluckiest driver is Colin Cropley. Yeah, Samaya able to hold the lead without much issue here. But now Sato's up into 2nd, Langenstein down to 3rd, and Flobo down to 4th after having to contend with the lapped cars of Burnett and White. Flobo moving to the inside for 3rd once again. I think he'll have it. I think. By thousandths of a second, yeah. Langenstein beat Flobo to the line, but Flobo has 3rd place now. So, we'll keep going. Lucas Evans. Again, not very noticeable. Eli Wolf, was once your points leader. Hasn't won a race yet, but has gotten some top 5s and top 10s, which count this early in the season. But yeah, unfortunately, he's out of this race, so that's not going to do wonders for his championship bid. Mathis Wells, I think he was doing well early on in the season. Now he's kind of faded back into obscurity. Adalberto Franco, much of the same. He did pretty well in Rockingham, right? Holy crap! Agata Sato getting a massive blast of speed out of nowhere. And now, once again, the top 4 being held up, this time by Allen and Morgan, both of whom have wrecked rear ends. Sabrina Footlego, another driver, was supposed to be doing well, and Rocky Johnson as well, who ends up finishing last in today's race. Yeah, again, did well at Rockingham, but down into obscurity now. Flobo takes the race lead here. Langenstein's going to be able to get past Morgan for 2nd, it seems like. I mean, damn, this race is so slow. This is incredibly boring, but I mean, we have We've had lead changes. Samaya almost down to 4th now. He beat Sato to the line. So he's going to have 3rd. Langestein in 2nd once again. But Bob and Flobo now your race leader with 5 laps to go. I need some water. Probably a few extra hours of sleep. Bloody hell. Samaya pushing Langestein on the inside line. Samaya moves to the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide through turn 3. Flobo falling behind now. Samaya once again back into the lead. And Flobo's brief stint there not doing him any good as he's once again going to lose 3 positions. He didn't do that before, did he? But yeah, he loses 3 positions because Sato's going to be able to get past him and take 3rd position. 4 to go for Gil Samaya. Once again, your race leader. Nothing much else seems to be happening position-wise. So, I guess we can take a look through your running order very briefly here because, again, things are liable to bunch up and, yeah, get very interesting at the top, especially because the top 4 are about ready to lap the GOAT, who, again, is just enjoying a Sunday drive. How leisurely. So, Gil Samaya leads, Harry Langestein 2nd, Sato and Flobo fighting for 3rd. Arya Taiki has 4th from Montero Sal and Patrick Smith and Ashley Schadewald, Samit Özkan, and Charlebois. Round out your top 10. These people definitely fighting for the position now, but once again, being held up this time by Morgan and Allen once more. Flobo back into 2nd here, but Sato looks ready to pounce on him. It's 2 to go for Gil Samaya once he's across the line. He's built himself up a decent gap, but these 3 cars together could potentially build up enough speed to challenge for the race win. Again, challenge, a word I keep saying, keep repeating in these races. Sato looks ready to move to the inside for 2nd, possibly even the win. Flobo's holding on to 2nd for now, for dear life. There's the GOAT. Did I mention that the white flag is out? Oh, that was funny. The GOAT moves to the inside to let the top 4 past him. How gentlemanly. Oh, he runs into Langestein. Spins himself out. He was trying to take Langestein out. That's not worked out for him at all. The number 4 car in 4th position here. Running towards the line. It's now or never. Yeah, it did not work out for the GOAT at all. Samaya not going to be challenged. Ah, I missed it again. I missed it again. Samaya wins the Aaron's 499. What an absolutely scintillating result. Bob and Flobo comes home in 2nd. Agata Sato 3rd. Those 3 must be absolutely beside themselves. Wonderful results there. Harry Langestein comes home 4th. I think he can be very proud of that as well. And Ashley Schadewald, your Daytona 500 winner, with another respectable super speedway result of 5th. Seems that Samit Özkan was able to come home 6th. Montero Sal in 7th, Araujo 8th, Anthony Charlebois 9th, and Patrick Smith to round out your top 10. Wow, wow, wow. So, not a very exciting race. 18 cars out. Varying degrees of drama and insanity involved in the race-ending incidents for a lot of these drivers. But yeah, I think that was better than Texas. Even though this got really boring at the end, not gonna lie, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know. But yeah, next race at Talladega, I think I will be a little more reasonable with the pace car speed, the bunching, drafting, and pacing distances, all that stuff. And of course, it's going to be nice and repaved as well. Might translate to more grip, who knows. So, we'll take a look at the results once again in detail. Gil Samaya wins the race and scores the extra 5 points for leading the most laps as well. Bob Flobo comes home second, Agata Santo third, Harry Langestein fourth, and Ashley Schonewald fifth. Özkan Salin, Taiki, Charlebois, Smith. Did I miss someone there? Özkan Salin, Taiki, Charlebois, Smith, Jenkins, Harvey, Ibrahimian, and Riley Spurley finish on the lead lap. Reagan Whitlock, Joe Allen, Steve Morgan, Matthew Burnett, Brittany White, Jana Fogelman, and Max Davis come home 1 lap down. The GOAT finishes 2 laps down. Amy Hicks, Gerald Pepper retired after the two rammed into each other, sort of. Well, Pepper rammed into Hicks, I believe. Voiles, Trickle, Thomas, Reggie Fogelman, Mo Zane, and Lyle Austin crashed out when the GOAT went too tight into the turn. And, when the GOAT was spun around by Ibrahimian. On lap 70-something, I guess. Stasio PK, Colin Cropley, Lucas Evans, Eric Monaco, Christian Bracken, Stasio PK, taken out when the GOAT got into Monaco and took out Bracken. And then Colin Cropley, Lucas Evans, Eli Wolf, Mathis Wells, Adalberto Franco, Sabrina Footlago, and Rocky Johnson crashed out when Wolf and Wells had it coming together down the back stretch on lap 3. Well, 2. Yeah, it was lap 3, huh? Yeah, actually, Footlago and Johnson, yeah. Yeah, Johnson rammed into Franco. That's how that went. Yeah. 8 lead changes among 7 drivers. 14 laps of caution out of the 47 run today. Yeah, we'll take a look at your championship standings here. Monaco still leads, but Özkan jumps into second, pushing Bracken and Wolf out of the way. Arya Taiki still holds 5th, but Patrick Smith up in 6th there. Very good stuff from him. Daniel Voiles, despite DNFing today, is in 7th, though. I guess his results haven't been quite as bad as you'd expect. So that's, a win for Gil Samaya. And Joey Trickle up in 9th as well. So the 2 Jasper Motorsports cars, again, doing very well for themselves. Trickle, the best of the drivers that only started in the 3rd race of the season. Onwards. Charlebois rounds out your top 10. Then we got PK Spurley, Reggie Fogelman, Mathis Wells, Chris Harvey, Ashley Schonewald, Dylan Ibrahimian, Jana Fogelman, Bob Flobo, and Montero Sound as your top 20. Then we got Jenkins, Footlago, Sato, the GOAT, Zane, Thomas, Burnett, Langestein, Austin, Morgan, Franco, Evans, Allen, Davis, Whitlock, Johnson, Hicks, Pepper, and in the last 2 positions, White and Cropley. So, Cropley was last, in fact. Davis and Morgan still have a lot of work to do if they want to get themselves up to the top of the table. But they've both put in pretty good results so far. Davis able to finish that race despite his crash, and he has 2 top 10s and 2 top 5s along with Steve Morgan. But compared to Joey Trickle with 3 top 5s and 5 top 10s, Wait, who was I thinking had won a race yet? Gil Samaya? He hadn't won a race. Patrick Smith has won a race. Okay. Yeah, Patrick Smith was the one I was wondering about, whether or not he'd won a race. Joey Trickle and the GOAT both have 2 pole positions. Taiki, Smith, Morgan, and Whitlock each have 1. I think that's about all there is to discuss, to be fair. So, 628 laps. Who has the most laps completed? That's Samet Özkan with 626, and he is second in the standings. Eric Monaco, who's first, only has 589. Of course, he DNF'd today, rather early on, relatively. So, next race, the not too aptly named Virginia 500 at the Paperclip Martinsville Speedway. Oh, Talladega Super Speedway. Okay, that's fine. And after that, we go to Auto Club, Richmond, and Lowe's. So, still wondering what exactly I should do for the All-Star race. One idea I have is to just do 2 separate races, one with the top 20 in the standings, and one with the bottom 20 in the standings. And then, okay, maybe I should okay, I mean, that's the only idea that comes to mind, but I'm sure I'll figure out something. Probably just have to look at the way that the real All-Star race is organized. But anyways, it's been Hanafuda. It's been a time and a half, an honor. And I'll see you in the next video.